Hey, what's up guys, this is Bellagio. I hope you guys are doing great. And in today's video we are going to cover team preparation for the upcoming Kizuna, and I'm going to split it into two videos. The first part is going to be just the normal bosses and then the second part of the video is going to cover the super boss Kizuna. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into the first boss. And for those who are new to my video, you can see this Excel sheet, and the top part of the Excel sheets I always put the information of the new batch. So you can stop the video anytime and then zoom in or whatsoever. If you want me to zoom in, let me know. Actually, I can zoom in right now. So you can stop the video and then just check it out anytime you want. I put them here so that it's easier for you. You don't have to go into the game and then look it up. Okay. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. The boss gimmick on the quick version smoker is going to be put on the left hand side right here. I highlighted in blue color, so representing quick. And stage 2s are here, stage 3 are here, and so on. On stage 3, I'm using the level 31 and above as an example, because if we can build a team that can clear this, then it should be able to clear level 1, anything below 30th, right? Alright, so real quick on the full batch. In case of full batch, it's going to be this column. So what should you do? Stage 2 is pretty easy. You just have to launch the special of Van Ogre, the rare recruit. Van Ogre, to get rid of the defense. The rest, you don't have to do anything, because with the Doc Q Captain, it will take care of 7 turns of despair. With the Doc Q Captain, you kind of want the bomb slot. And then, yeah, SFX, the Van Ogre rare recruit crew ability will take care of that 3 turns. So yeah, stage 2 pretty easy. Just activate it, Van Ogre rare recruit special, and then kill. On stage 3, then all of this slot gimmicks, you don't have to worry, because you have Doc Q and you just launch his special, then you get full bar of bomb slot. Then yeah, you don't have to worry all that. And then Doc Q will also, before you launch Doc Q, actually the first thing you have to do is launching Doc Q superclass, which is going to reduce special charge time by 2 turns. So then after that you can launch Doc Q's special. Okay, and then Doc Q special together with your friend Captain Doc Q special. So 2 special. Actually, I should put this as a 3. Will take care of 10 turns of resilience. Then launching Doc Q special will also remove the attack down 6 turn. That is pretty easy, right? And then finally you want to launch Jesus special. And Jesus special will take care of 6 turns of bleed. He will give you chain min max starting at 2.25, and then he will get rid of the chain growth rate. Yeah. So with all of this, and then you just hit, then you don't have, then it will revive, but again it will give you 6 turn despair, but Doc Q Captain will take care of that. And then I hope by that time, if you launch Jesus special, then your HP will be cut 90%. So you won't have to worry about thresholds. So just despair, and once he's back, then just kill him again. It's going to be that straightforward for full batch. Pretty easy peasy. Now we're going to go down into details of what happened if you did not pull at all, and what happened if you, let's say, pull only the legends. Okay, so pretty straightforward as well. Let's move on to the to the one that you not pull at all. So if you did not pull at all, the best case scenario is that you use Blackbeard team. The Blackbeard Kizuna legend that just came out is probably the best because it has the ability on the captain ability. If you have 5 or more Blackbeard captain right here, let me show it to you. Here, if there are 5 or more Blackbeard pirates on the crew, then allow crew normal attack to ignore defense. So this is something very good. You don't have to worry about any threshold. You don't have to worry about rainbow shield, all those stuff. Yeah. So, oops. That's kind of cool, right? Okay. So what are we gonna do with despair? 7-turn despair. So the second stage, nothing really need to worry, right? It's a little far. Let's see. Okay, row 12. Oops, 12 here. Okay, maybe I should put a line there so that it's easier for us. So a line just indicate that stage 2 is over, and then move on to stage 3. So yeah, so in case of no full batch, the best captain that you can use is the new Blackbeard and Kizuna. And the first 2 you don't have to worry because you have friend captain as your dock queue right here. And so if you don't have Van Ogre Rare Recruit, you can use Van Ogre, the legend one, but it's still required you to have this legend. So this is the best version, the version that could do a lot of damage, pull out the best potential ability of the units. Dock queue is to use it together with Blackbeard units. But I know it's kind of hard, but if you can, you should. If you cannot, I still have another team we're going to talk about in a bit. So yeah, assuming that you have all the Blackbeard units, then you can use Van Ogre Legend, because his crew ability will basically get rid of the SFX. And then the barrier, this is one thing you don't have to worry about, because Blackbeard Kizuna will just ignore any defense mechanic. And then one thing that you need to do, you need to have is, I hope you guys have them, is this Shiryu, is the free-to-play, free-to-play Shiryu. All you should get him from the PKA. So yeah, use Shiryu's special so that you get rid of the 4 turns of defense. Now move on to stage 3. You have dock queue special. You launch it. Basically everything here is the same as full batch version, except you don't have both of them now. You don't have both of them. How can you get rid of all resilience? Then you don't, because if you have Vasco, this guy, he can launch his special 2 times. So launch the first time and then launch the second time, and that you will apply ignite to the enemy, and then they will die by ignite. Okay, so you kind of like a way to get around resilience. Okay, so that's a Vasco shot comes in, and then again this one will take care of dock queue special. What is this one? This one is, I forgot. Bleed. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to care about that one, because you're gonna have HP guard from Blackbeard Kizuna. And then the chain, if you use Van O Legends special, then that gives you chains. So similar to Jesus Rare Recruit. Yeah, it's kind of replaceable. And Sanhorn Wolf. Okay, this Sanhorn Wolf I'm talking about. This one. Okay. Oops. This Sanhorn Wolf. Or there's another Sanhorn Wolf that can do the same, which is to remove the chain growth rate. So use that special, then you get rid of the chain growth rate at 0.1, and pretty much kill. it's pretty easy, this one. This quick boss. So you should be able to kill them if you have full batch of Blackbeard team. Then what happened if you don't have all the Blackbeards? Then I came up with another solution, which is Lubon. Fortunately, you still can use Lubon on this team. The requirement on this blue team is that you have to be quick, dex, or int. Then you can use, and Lubon is basically int, right? So if you use Lubon, this is what I came up with. So Lubon as an int, he get boosted, and I have Emmet here. You need to have, I hope you guys have this Shiryu, and then this Kuzan can be replaced by, hopefully you can get Blackbeard team and then can do the same thing as this Kuzan. I'll explain in a bit, okay? So on the second stage, pretty much you don't have to worry about this because you have Q as your friend captain, and then Emmet is pretty much the same thing as Van Ogre in terms of crewmate ability. He can prevent SFX, so that's why we put Emmet there. And then we don't have to worry about ignore defense mechanic. We don't have to worry about the, what is it, this one? Is it a barrier? Yeah, 5 turns barrier. You can just use launch Lubon special, and then everyone, most of the team will be able to hit through the barriers. Okay, and then yeah, if you have Shiryu, you can use Shiryu's special. If you don't, these 2 slots are reserved for Blackbeard teams, okay? To make sure that you meet the requirement of 3 Blackbeard teams in the 3 Blackbeard units in the team, so that you can reduce 10 turns of despair, okay? So kind of need that. So these 2 slots is a need. If you don't have Shiryu, I hope you guys have this guy, Zoro and what is him? What is he? Zoro and Kaku. Yeah, you have Zoro and Kaku. If you have them, they're gonna be boosted because they are dex and quick, and you can do the super switch. Super switch will put defense equal to 0, ignore immunity. So you don't really need Shiryu there, but you need someone, some Blackbeard unit there instead. If you don't have Shiryu, you can put any Blackbeard in here, but that's only the case that you have this guy, okay? So if you have this guy, use this guy. You can use Zoro, Kaku, super switch, and then kill. Alright, so that will be it for stage 2. Now move on to stage 3. Q will do the same thing on here. I'm just gonna skip anything that say Q. This line here is about resilience. So Q together with Emmet special, that will take care of the resilience. And then we won't have HP guard this time, but we'll just ignore the bleeding, okay? Zoro Kaku special comes to play right here. It can give you the chain multiplication min-max. Okay. Now, this is why I put Kuzan special here, because he has ability to do remove the 5 chain growth rate. If you don't have Kuzan, then you still have a choice of Sanhwan Wolf. Sanhwan Wolf, I think there are 2 versions of Sanhwan Wolf that can do this thing. The first version is the one that I've shown you right here. This version, Son of Sanhwan Wolf. But the other version, I think, is the Sai version, which I'm not recommend because he is Sai, right? And he's not, his special charge time is not gonna get boosted. So you have 2 choices here, either Kuzan or Sanhwan Wolf to remove. Otherwise, this team might not work, and you might have to think about other teams, okay? And then I still open up the support, because you don't really need to have any support to get through all these gimmicks and fight the boss. Alright, I think I only have one scenario left, which is the scenario in which you happen to pull the legend and the legend only. So quite easy. You can snapshot here, and then yeah, pretty easy. This is basically similar to that, and that kind of like these 2 combined, you get that, okay? And then yeah, this one also pretty straightforward. Alright, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, a comment. I will gladly answer them. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is going to be side version, boss, smoker. Okay. Let's see. If you have full batch, what's gonna happen? If you have full batch, then it is easy again. So slot, block slot, you can change it by using .q special. You'll get full bot of bomb slot. Ship bind, just let it be. 2 turns of special reverse, you can use .q superclass. Yep. And then after damage, you just ignore that. 5 turn resilience, you're gonna launch the .q special, so it will take care of that as well. Delay interruption, we're not delaying anything, so it should be fine. And then if you're defeated, you're gonna have to take 60,000 damage, which it's going to be okay for us because we're gonna have the .q superclass, which is going to give us the damage reduction of 80% right here. So with that being said, on stage 2 of side boss, activate your .q special and then hit and then finish. Move on to stage 3. Stage 3, HP cut 30%, no care. Top row special bind. This is when you need to use the Van Ogre rare recruit special. It will take care of 4 turn special bind right here. And that together with the, where is it? Maybe that's all. Oh, here. Yeah. If you remove burn, then you will get 4 turns of defense up to deal with. And Van Ogre can take care of that. So it is important that on stage 3, let's say you activate Jesus first, and then you can activate Van Ogre special later. The reason is because if the burn removal happened, then they will give you 4 turns of defense. Therefore, you need to remove burn first. And to remove burn is by activate the special of Jesus. So Rare Recruit Jesus here, activated him. It will take care of 6 turns of burns. And that's the same thing here. It will take care of pain. And then it will activate this. Then you will launch Van Ogre special to get rid of that together with the top row special bind. Yep. And once top row special bind is applied, then .q captain and friend captain can be activated. So I'm gonna put .q special will be the 3rd one to do. Okay. And 15 turn despair, they're going to be taken care by .q and our friend captain .q. So 20 turns of despair can be taken there. And yeah, pretty straightforward. Easy peasy. SFX is going to be taken care by Van Ogre, crew ability. This also will be taken care bomb slot, you know. 2 turns of barrier, we don't care. Tap timer, that's okay, we ignore that. And then this is something I'm not sure. Okay, so there's going to be 7 turns of rainbow shield. So you can put any unit. I mean, at this point, you don't need anything else beside these 3 units. So you still have 3 slots available. So that's kind of open up for you to put anything. Anything in your box that can get rid of 7 turn rainbow shield, but I just give you an example of Blackbeard Kuzan EX that will reduce the efficiency of rainbow shield by I think 40% or something, which is still good. So I put down there, but you don't have to use the same if you don't have it. Just any unit that can get rid of 7 turns of rainbow shield. All right. Make sure that unit cannot heal. Okay. So, because of that, do not activate it Jesus super type, because Jesus super type will give you healing, and if you heal, then you're kind of screwed because they're gonna remove all the beneficial. Okay, so don't use Jesus super type on this match. All right. Now, let's move on to a team. Let's say non-full batch team. You did not pull at all, so how are we going to deal with this? The first team here I have is basically the Kusan version. Yeah, this one. So if you have Kuzan Blackbeard version together with DocQ, it's going to work so good. Okay, you don't have to worry about those requirements that comes up by DocQ. You're basically going to fulfill it automatically. So pretty straightforward. Again, if you have DocQ as a friend captain, then activate friend captain DocQ special on this second stage, and then activated friend captain super class as well, and then just kill. Second stage, there's going to be something different here. So we need Katarina special to take care of the top row special bind. Okay, it's not in a hurry for Katarina. The thing that you need to worry about is the, what is it, the burn, 6 turn of burn. If you get rid of 6 turn of burns, then it's going to be problem. But because we have HP guard, so we're not going to get rid of burn, and we don't have Jesus, right? We don't have Jesus rare recruit. We're not get rid of burn. We're just going to deal with it with our HP guard from Blackbeard and Kuzan. 85% I think reduction on the damage on the burn, so that's going to give us pretty good, I mean, survival ability. So we're not going to get rid of burn in this case. All right, now I plug in Jesus, the strength version. This one came out already 2 years almost. We never use him. I mean, I've never used him since he came out. Only that event when he came out, and then never use him again until this one. So hopefully we can just use him here, and he's actually going to be good. He's taking care of the what is this one? Row. He's taking care of attack down. Yes, attack down, and then he also taking care of the 7 turn of rainbow shield. There, he will just remove it completely, and also he will change slot as well. But there are 2 units that can change, that can give you full board slot, which is Blackbeard Kuzan. If you switch him, so do the super switch, then you get a full board of your own type orbs. Or if you use Jesus Special, he will also change everyone's to strength slot. Okay. 15 turn of despair. You need combination of the friend captain DocQ, which is he's going to remove 10 turns already, and then 3 extra turn from the active powers right here. So hopefully you guys have them like full the despair version. Okay, and that together with Katarina special will taking care of the another 7 turn, the rest of the despairs that you need. Oh, by the way, I misspoke, right? This one is Katarina super type. So super type can be activated automatically. I mean, you don't have to worry about requirement because you're gonna meet them automatically. But if you activate her super type, then that's how you get rid of the special bind top row. So you might have to activate her special super type before you can use your captain's special. All right, everything is kind of do the job here, you know. You don't make sure that you don't heal, and we did not remove burn. So yeah, I think we don't have anything left. So this will be the team, the best team to deal in case you did not pull anything. All right, now if you don't have Blackbeard, then what team can you do? I came up with a team, and that is Luban Kuma, of course, Luban Kuma, and Luban Kuma is going to be boosted here because they are free spirit. Okay, and we are going to focus on free spirit. This team is kind of tricky. This boss is kind of tricky. The use of Luban Kuma, it has to be like this. Okay, guys, if you want to use Luban Kuma, my version, it has to be like this. The support has to be that one mainly. And I find a way to make use of this Sanji because for some reason he's considered royalty. And this lady here is also very good. If you have her, you don't really have to use Sanji. You can just use her. Yeah, but I don't know the thing about heal mechanic, because it said that if you remove heal, if you heal, it said if you heal, then it will activate that interruption. But what happened if we healed from the support? Is that gonna count? I'm not sure, but we'll figure out here. If it does, then there's no meaning to use Sanji. We can just use Manchury. This one. Her special is quite unique. I think she's the only one that removed pain and burn at the same time in the same unit. So if you do have this Manchury and you're gonna heal anyway, you might as well heal 20 times character recovery and then get beneficial, remove everything. So that being said, once we arrive on stage 3, Manchury is going to be the one, the very first unit we want to launch the ability, the special, because yeah, we will get removed. Everything will get removed anyway, right? So might as well launch her special first. So with Manchury, yeah. And then let's go through stage two first. All right, we're gonna have rainbow slots, so we don't have to worry about them changing our slots, and we're not gonna care about this. What are they? They are special reverse, chip bind. Yeah, we don't care about chip bind. We ignore that. 2-turn special reverse. We kind of need to think about that a little bit. End of turn damage. We don't care about that. So with this team, your crew is going to have 2 turns. Not crew. The whole team will have 2 turns special reverse, and nobody can prevent that. But I put down this support, which is the Nami, the waifu. So after the special reverse, then her support should activate it, which is reduced special charge time by 1 turn. So that being said, Emmet should have 1 turn left to for the special to activate. And Kuma here has crewmate ability that can prevent his special reverse. So what we're going to do here is we are going to launch Kuma's special, because his special will reduce special charge time by 1 turn. And after that, your Emmet should be able to go. And you need to activate an Emmet special because to get rid of the resilience. 5 turns there. Okay. We are not doing the same thing as previous teams using friend captain Q Doc Q, because we want to keep Doc Q special for stage 3 basically. Alright, move on to stage 3. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to launch Sanji special, and with that Manchury will also remove this 1 turn of pain. But launching Sanji special will get rid of burns, and then not sure if the healing from Manchury will activate this. If it does, then there's no point of using Sanji anymore. You can just use Manchury, because Manchury will take care of these 2, and then you heal more. Okay. And then second step would be using Dory. So if you get rid of the burn, then they're gonna give you defense up. So one thing I don't know is you can see my team that I have this Mihawk as my support. It's a support rare recruit Mihawk, so I don't expect all of you would have him. If you do have him, then he's gonna put defense to 0 on the enemy. However, I suspect that our mini boss, our boss is going to have immunity. Therefore, the defense equal to 0 is not going to be applied to him. And yeah, so I'm afraid it's not going to work, but at this point I'm just going to assume that maybe, okay, there's 50% chance. If it doesn't work, then we have our backup plan, which is Dory right here. We can launch the special of Dory, and that will get rid of the defense up by 4 turns. And yeah, and then the rest would be like, you know, activated Lubon special, activated Kuma EX, and then you can launch Kuma one more time. You can activate Lubon EX and launch Lubon special again the second time, and yeah, and then kill. So that should be it for this boss side version. Okay, the next video is that guy, but we'll talk about it later. Okay, it's already 30 minutes on this video. So if you have any questions, leave questions in my comment section. And if you like this video, please hit that like, and I'll see you next one. Bye bye.